Do you remember the movie Home Delivery? Well, it's a Hindi movie that released back in 2005 starring these people. Well, there are two things that you need to know about this movie. One, it's one of the worst movies ever made. And two, I had the misfortune of watching this movie in theaters. You might be wondering, why is this guy talking about the stupid movie that I barely even heard of? Well, let me recount how that screening experience went for me. You see, my family has always been into movies where we used to catch at least one movie in theaters every week. And then came along this movie, whose trailer I'd been seeing for a while now. By the way, were you guys also into watching trailers on TV? I'm talking about switching to one of these channels and then watching one trailer after another for hours on end. If so, comment trailer kid in the comment section below because I'd love to know who you are, because I was definitely one of those trailer kids. Trailer kids. Anyway, the movie started off badly, progressively got worse, and then during the intermission I remember we were hoping that the worst was behind us. Of course, we were wrong. Just like the team behind the movie got it wrong. We did think about walking out on the movie, but for some reason, obviously because we paid for it, we spent time and effort to get here, we decided to stay back and put ourselves through the whole torture. And I know I'm not the only one who feels this way.
I don't think I've left a theater even if I've not liked a movie. Just the experience, like I've come all the way, I found parking.
Bangalore's issues, yeah.
I'm staying.
Yeah.
And watching
I'm watching the next movie also. And the underlying issue here is something that's termed as the sunk cost fallacy, or the sunk cost bias, or the sunk cost trap. This is when you spend some time, money or effort on doing a certain thing, so you decide to follow through on it so that you get your time, money or efforts worth. And obviously this doesn't just apply to watching movies. There are far bigger consequences of this in life and could even potentially stop you from leading a happy and meaningful life. Jobs and careers. Individuals who take up a particular job decide to stay in the same field their entire lives and not look at exploring other areas where their true potential or interest may actually lie. Education. The same applies to engineering too. You study engineering? Well, you're an engineer for life. Why? Because you spent 4 years studying it and you spent a fortune on education. Relationships. People don't get out of toxic relationships even when it gets really bad. And I'm talking really, really bad. And that's just because of how long they've been together. Purchases. You buy something and then realize it just doesn't fit your use case. So then now you have to just make do with it and just use it although you don't like it because of all that money and effort you've actually spent trying to online shop or look for that particular product. Business. Let's say a company or founder decides to invest $2 million in a particular product, knowing fully well that they'll still need a couple more millions to actually implement it fully. Maybe halfway through the product's life cycle, they realize that maybe the market's not a good fit, or maybe the public's not ready for it, or maybe the public doesn't even like the product, or the feedback's just been pathetic. But having spent $2 million already, chances are they'll go ahead and invest the remainder bit too, in the hopes that they'll make back the initial investment. Personally, I think the biggest issues with sunk cost are when it comes to big life decisions. We all know of people who are engineers or doctors or lawyers or pretty much anyone in any field. I don't know why I'm picking those fields, but those are the conventional ones, so I thought I'll pick those. Basically, these guys have been in the same field their entire lives and have been doing the same monotonous job their entire lives, but they haven't really lived their life to the fullest. Why? Well, because of this very reason. Sunk cost does not allow someone to even look beyond their current circumstances because they're so caught up in trying to make the most of what they have already invested. And that's exactly why most of these people tend to just focus on their daily activities or their daily tasks without really thinking about the bigger outcome or the bigger things they need to achieve in life. Now you might be wondering to yourself, please, I don't fall in this category at all. But studies have shown that people who don't necessarily think about this are more inclined to be in this particular rut or this particular situation because subconsciously they have already drawn boundaries in their head and they're trying to just get their monies or times or efforts worth. Of course, I'm not saying that you're currently in that situation yourself. Or maybe you are. But either way, it's good to know of these things so that you know where to draw the line and do the needful. That's some corporate jargon for you guys. What's done is done. There's nothing you can do to regain money that's lost, and pursuing something that makes you unhappy not only isn't going to get your money back, but it's also going to make you worse off. You're just digging a deeper hole. A book I highly recommend on the topic is The Dip by Seth Godin. It's a short read where I actually finished it in a couple of hours. And boy oh boy, doesn't it have some straight up truth. So what does this all mean? It's simple. If you can objectively say that something isn't working for you, and especially if that something hasn't been working for you for a bit now, then you need to either quit it or do something about it and change it up. But remember, only you can make that call. I was part of this corporate job for, 5 years. It actually took me 5 years to realize maybe that's not where I really fit in. Or maybe my skills or my passion or my interests lie outside. But it took me a good 5 years to actually realize that. But on the flip side, I started with my content creation journey with the aim of focusing on it for 2 years. 2 years where if I didn't receive any feedback, or if I didn't get any response, or maybe even if I got negative feedback, either when it comes to my podcast or my YouTube videos, well then I would just stop doing it. But fortunately, it's been a very fun and interesting ride till now. And I think I'm doing something right there. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll leave you with this closing thought, which might even come across like a dad joke. But the next time you come across a sunk cost trap, don't treat it with bias, because it's all a fallacy. How do you like that for an outro? Not bad, right? If you like this video, then there's a good chance that you like my podcast too. It's called Against the Odds. I sit down and have conversations with various interesting personalities like him, her, him, and her, and so many more. It's available on all leading podcasting platforms as well as on YouTube. Go to ato-podcast.com for all the links. And guess what? I now have a website. This has been a long time coming, and I'll soon be starting off with newsletters too. So go check out the website and sign up for my newsletter to be the first to know on what's in store as well as some true food for thought. Go to akashdamodaran.com for the newsletter. I'll leave links to all of these in the description below. Peace.